Happy Advent from the Holy Side of Emmaus. This is Father Anthony of Beatitudes Missions. And I hope that each of you are able to gather at a table this Thanksgiving with a few family members, maybe some friends. Maybe you had to dig deep to recall some blessings. Maybe you just tried to forget that 2020 ever happened. And maybe coming back home reminds you of those long homebound months last spring and summer. I received a Christmas card last week from a married couple, former Focus missionaries I used to work with. "We are so excited that 2020 is over," the card proclaimed. But 2020 is not yet over. And the lockdowns, the masks, the border closings are hardly over. As I crossed the seas on my way back to a desolate Holy Land, my thoughts were tempted to ponder what 2020 could have been. We had an amazing year of pilgrimage and mission ready to go. I'm sure you had so many plans yourself. I'm tempted to dream of what a vaccine might soon bring for 2021. I'm tempted to fear what 2021 might mean for our community at Emmaus if our sources of income don't return. There's so many regrets, there's so many wishes, but we live in the now. I was thinking about the mystery of time, and I was thinking about a particular book. Maybe you've read it. It's called Heart of the World by Hans-Urs von Balthasar. He describes time as a river, the mysterious current always in motion. The water flows by and I cannot stop it or catch it. If it is past, I can see it in my memory, in a photo, in a video, but it is no longer alive. I can no longer touch it. My imagination reaches out to grasp with regret or wish. If only, if only. But the river still flows before me, and only there can I touch it. The bells ring, reminding me that the angels worship continually in that present of now, in that flood of grace. And here in this earthly life, I can enter into that kairos, that true time of God. This summer, during our treks through the Rockies, and then during our campus missions this fall, I often ran into young people who had applied to come abroad. I glimpsed their disappointment. Maybe next year. If only. What could have been? What might be? This thinking is just vanity. Brothers and sisters, the river is not vanity. It's not my imagination. The river is mystery. Even though it flows in this mysterious way, I can reach out and touch it. This is the good news. God has reached out and touched the waves of the world. Out of chaos, he brought firmness, light, life. Out of nowhere, his Spirit covered the Virgin. If you've ever been in the Basilica of Nazareth, there's a big hole creating the crypt, and it gives the feeling of a meteor falling, crashing into humanity's surface. Just like in Bethlehem, that manger received not just a memory, not an idea, but something concrete. Not just a meteor, but a huggable little child. And up in Jerusalem, the Redeemer suffered. He felt, he endured the hour of the cross. And here, in that Eucharist of Emmaus, the disciples let go of their reminiscing. They beheld, and beholding, they were transformed. The river is present. The water flowing is right there. Its refreshment, its cleansing, quenching power is today. The stream I see looking back and looking ahead is beautiful, but in the present I can touch. Whether or not it was the blessing I desired, it is blessing. The kingdom is at hand. I reach in I feel the source of life. I reach deeper. I begin to lose myself, but I feel the power. The river is present, and it is promise. The advent of our Lord is a stream that is here today and that ushers in the eternal promise. That promise, that future I cannot touch if I only wait. I need to plunge now, and I too will begin to give life. The source is hidden. The giver is veiled. And so I so often take for granted this stream. Up in the north of Israel, at a place called Tel Dan, at the foot of Mount Hermon, there's a huge source. It's the most voluminous source in the Middle East, at the foot of the only real mountain in all of Israel and Syria. Seemingly out of nowhere, a flood of water streams forth. The waters flow down into the Sea of Galilee, a huge bowl of grace. But the sea doesn't catch the water. It flows out the other end. The Jordan flows into the Sea of Galilee, and then it flows out. It seems to leak. And in the same way, I receive the stream, but I need to release the stream. My accomplishments have all passed by. Oh, tragic time. My sins have all gone by. Oh, gracious time. The water flows out of the Sea of Galilee, back into the Jordan, and then finally empty into the Dead Sea. And one day also, my life-giving stream will end. One day, one sad or glorious tomorrow, death will meet my flow of water. I have only today to plunge. My baptism happened once, but it was only the beginning, only the source. What will be my tomorrow? It depends on today. I have only today. That's what Saint Therese said. I have only today to love. 2020 is not yet over, and this is a grace. 2021 has no guarantees. Advent is today. I have only today. The stream, the promise.